there's a huge family aspect on that tour, and everybody becomes a family. And there's so many different moving parts, and so many different bands and crew and buses and trucks, and it's it becomes a big family. So I think that is a really cool thing about being on Winter Jam.
It's strange. People said, they told me before the tour that it would feel like a family. I didn't expect it to feel that much like a family. But you can't spend 4 months with people and not fall in love with them. And yeah, we built some lifelong friendships. And we've been a week and a half out from the tour now, and I already miss those guys. And I'm trying to call them and say we need to meet up. And yeah, it was family. It was church. It was family.
Taking time to be together, whether it's playing ping pong or cornhole or video games or, last year having church every week. Last year we brought out an ice cream truck one day and hung out around the ice cream truck, and we also brought a coffee company out, and we had a coffee bar. And so there's all kinds of things that we do intentionally just to build community, to be together. And those little moments, like ping pong and cornhole and church, give you the opportunity to spend time in community with people that do what you do.
One reason we do the things we do backstage too, the games and everything, it makes everybody start coming out. If you don't watch, you go on a tour, everybody's on a bus, everybody has a dressing room. If you're not careful, if you're not watching, everybody goes to the stage and come back, and you'll meet a few people, but you start doing fun things and having events and having church, and all of a sudden the bass player in some band that you maybe toured with 2 years before, a different thing, hey, I know that, I like that guy, we talk every day now because we did this together, that together, and he introduces me to another guy, and you leave there, you feel like, hey, we really came out and got to know most everybody, still some I don't know, but most everybody, 150, 60 people. And God used us all together to do something great and have fun too.
Really on this tour, I think one of the things that I think is really unique is that we don't really treat the crew any different than we treat the artists. We don't treat the truck drivers and the bus drivers or anyone else. And that's really the kind of thing, when someone comes from the outside, like a catering team or someone else comes and they become a part of the Winter Jam family, they're always amazed that we all take time to talk to them and to help them and to just be together. And I think that's as big a part of our ministry as what happens on stage.
I think the great thing with Sets Winter Jam as a part is it's a family. We've known Eddie, New Song, everyone kind of back behind the scenes we've known for years, and everyone on stage for the most part. We've got to meet them and know them for years. So it becomes like this, you're like a team. It's bigger than just, say, like a Newsboys or a Skillet or a Toby. It becomes this thing greater than the sum of its parts. And you go out there like a team every night wanting to further the kingdom of God. And I think that's what's so great about it. It takes all the pressure off you. It's not, because when you're on a tour, like on a Newsboys tour, you carry the pressure and the weight of that tour. The great thing with Winter Jam, you don't carry that weight necessarily. So really your experience as a band, backstage and on stage, is just incredibly pleasurable and easy.
Well, I think there's a common goal in the music and the heartbeat of what each artist is trying to accomplish, which I think is a major point of unity. One of the special things we did this year in closing the show was we asked all the artists to come up on stage for one of our songs, a song called Shoulders, and we all lined the front of the stage and we sung this final chorus together. And that was, I think for me at least, that was an emotional, very spiritual moment to see that collaboration with artists that I respect on the same stage. Yeah.
Winter Jam, it's the ultimate. It's a family for the artists, but even for the fans. The name Winter Jam makes them feel safe and also confident that it's going to be an amazing show. I was thinking about this earlier. I remember hearing that Winter Jam would come to town, and I would automatically think, just like so many other fans, okay, I'm going. My second question is, who's going to be on the tour?
Yeah, one of the biggest things I love is that it's 10 bands for $10. So a lot of people who don't normally possibly go to a Christian night might say, I'll go with my friend, and I guarantee that one of the artists that person will like. So I think it's special because you can kind of introduce people that don't know Christian music to Christian music, and then you have the message of the gospel that is presented that night. It's amazing. And then I think I was talking about how Eddie is very intentional about having camaraderie on the tour as well. So he brings ping pong, cornhole, all that kind of stuff, where it's just special for everyone to be able to get together, play basketball, play all those games together, and then have Winter Jam Church. So I think the intentionality of having a family environment on tour, that's why I brought my family, because that's the environment that it is. And so it was special.